You ever try asking someone for reading advice and all you get is just read more? Wow, revolutionary advice. But when you try, it's difficult, it's painful. You're looking up every other unknown word, and by page 2, you're burnt out.
I swear if one more person tells me to just read more, I'm gonna... Oh, that guy looks like he knows what he's doing. Let's go ask him.
Hey, how'd you get so good at reading Japanese?
Oh, just read more.
What? Trust me, I've been there. But once I started using these 7 tricks, everything started to click. Japanese reading finally felt doable, and I'll walk you through exactly how. So trick number 1 is focusing on nouns, and I'm not talking about some random grammar rule. This is a game changer for reading comprehension, and here's why. When I read Japanese, I noticed something. Nouns in English always stand out to me, but when it came to reading Japanese, it was really easy to let the nouns blend in with the rest of the sentence, right? When I started paying more attention to nouns in sentences, people, places, things, my brain started to reorganize the sentence without me even trying. The action verbs and adjectives follow, but the nouns, they're your anchor. And this idea actually comes from Moe, who shared a really insightful tip on improving Japanese comprehension. He noticed that when he read it in his native language, the nouns tended to stand out, and he decided to apply the same principle to Japanese. It may seem like a small shift, but it really does make a big difference. Trick number 2, break text into chunks. It's easy to get overwhelmed looking at an entire paragraph in Japanese. But here's the trick, treat it like you're reading a puzzle. Take it one chunk at a time. Isolate phrases and sentences. It's way easier than trying to tackle the whole thing at once. Think of it this way, when you break passages and even sentences into digestible parts, you're giving your brain time to process each idea. And trick number 3, don't fear kanji. When you're new to kanji, it's really easy to freeze up when you see all those complex looking characters. But here's the secret, kanji is just another piece of the puzzle. Instead of getting intimidated by kanji, treat it like you're reading pictures. Many kanji are actually way easier to remember if you break them into smaller components or radicals. Take this kanji for example, pretty scary, right? Well, if you break it into its base components and radicals, you get something like this, and that's not too bad, especially when you consider that a lot of kanji actually share common radicals and components. So as you get more and more familiar with these, it'll become a lot easier to recognize and remember kanji out in the wild. And trick number 4, use furigana as a crutch, but not forever. When I first started reading, I leaned heavily on furigana, that little hiragana text above the kanji that tells you how it's read. But it gave me confidence to keep going, even when I didn't know the kanji. But the key here is to not rely on furigana forever. Sure, it helps in the beginning, but if we want to build true reading fluency, you're going to want to transition off of it little by little. Trick number 5, reading the summary in your native language first. Before diving into a Japanese book, manga, or article, I'd recommend you read the summary in your native language. When you already know the general plot or setting, your brain isn't scrambling to make sense of everything from scratch. And you're not spoiling the experience. You're giving yourself a solid scaffold to hang new words and grammar on as you work through the material. And it makes the Japanese text way less intimidating, especially for long-form reading. It's not cheating, it's setting the stage, and you'll be surprised at how much more you understand when you already know who's doing what and why. And for trick number 6, repetition is key. Reading Japanese once and expecting to memorize everything is not quite how it works. The more you expose yourself to the same material, the faster you'll internalize new words and grammar. Repetition doesn't mean reading the same exact sentence 50 times, but reading similar sentences or passages multiple times. Now that's how you make things stick. Take this Japanese text for example. They all mean just about the same thing. I have to do X, but they all follow such a similar pattern that you can just skim over it in less than a second. Take a phrase like, I'm gonna get out of here, for example. Not only is it spoken in less than a second, but if you see that same combination of words in an English text, chances are your eyes are not gonna read it character by character or word by word. You're gonna skim over it, get the gist, and move on. It's the same thing with Japanese. Once you do enough reading, you're gonna find yourself subconsciously skimming or even skipping entire parts of sentences in Japanese. And finally, trick number 7, keeping it fun. The moment reading becomes a chore, you'll stop enjoying it. Find books or manga or anything that excites you and make it something that you want to read, not something that you have to read. After all, if you're not having fun with it, then why even bother? If you're reading something you love, it won't feel like studying at all. Bonus tip number 8, click the like button and subscribe. It won't magically make your Japanese better, but staying up to date with my videos might. But seriously, if this video helped you out, you can let me know by leaving a like and subscribing. Let me know in the comments, do you already use some of these tricks? Or maybe I left some of your favorites out. I'd love to hear what's worked for you. While the tricks I share with you today will definitely boost your reading skills, grammar is a huge part of the puzzle too. So if you want the bigger picture, check out my video on how to actually study Japanese grammar next. It breaks everything down step by step. And if you want to connect, join my Discord. We've got a great community of passionate learners just like you. So keep learning, keep immersing, and keep reading. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
You've got expectations. I don't wanna chase them. I left my cape behind. Can no boop, boop, boop.